good people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. From wherever it is that you're watching from, I welcome you to the first edition of the Change to Excellence Talks. And we usually bring you content and topics and conversations that are very, very relevant if you want to grow as a person, as a company, as an organization. We bring you holistic programs. And I'm so excited to be having this first topic for the year today, 19th of January 2022. And our topic today is just amazing. But before that, I want to let everybody know, kindly, please help me share the link because we are streaming live on YouTube. So kindly help me share the link and tell people, oh, we are on. Please help me do that. And then we shall continue. So I'm getting some feedback here. Yes. So I'm gonna be, I'm gonna just take like a minute or so, and then we are gonna continue. Okay. So just help me share this link. So I'll just be sharing here. Okay, I hope it doesn't go off. Oh my God, this is like the first, no, it's not the first time for me to stream, but like it's the first time this year. So I'm a bit tense, but yeah, I know it will go well. Please give me some encouragement. I'm trying to open some things here so that I can share the link. Okay. Otherwise, please feel free to tell me how you're doing and how the new year is for you. What are some of the goals and plans that you have and this year? And let's see how we can help each other achieve, And we need to help each other, right? Yeah. Okay, all right. I don't seem to see it here. Okay, all right. Please stay with me, please don't go. We're getting started. I'm just trying to get this link and then we can continue. Copy.
Of God, do not be.
OMG. I really don't want to keep you waiting, but I still have to do what I'm doing. Get the code, connect on my WhatsApp. OMG. I think I'm gonna sing you a song. As we continue. I'm gonna have to sing you a song as we just get to let people know that we are now live. Okay. You know, the thing with every new thing that you have is that you tend to get very excited when you get something for the first time. And I know we are at the beginning of the year, and sometimes you find, oh, you're so energetic, you're so inspired, and all that. And then as we come to the end of the month, or as we come to the end of the year, or halfway through, you're realizing, oh no, you're back to your former habits and all that, and you're not able to keep up with the energy that you started with, So that's why it's very important sometimes to just have some of these conversations so that we know, oh, what are you doing and are you winning, So, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, because we want 2022 to be different. Say different. Say different with me. Different. We want it to be different. We want to achieve. We want to, close the year knowing, oh, I did that. I did that in 2022. I did this, We don't want to waste time. We want to be proud of ourselves at the end of it. Agree with me? Okay. What Okay, so I'm just inviting guys here. Okay. We are getting there. In the next 5 minutes, I promise. Okay, 3 minutes. I'll make them 3 minutes. We're gonna be starting. Promise you guys, we'll be getting started in the next 5 minutes. At least I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
No, we can't talk now. Someone is telling me we can actually talk now, and I'm like, no, no, no. Oh,
Okay, all right. So we are gonna be proceeding. I think we'll just wait for people to join as we go by. But I am so excited today, having our first talk for the year. And it's gonna be loaded. And I want us to have a conversation. I don't just want to speak alone. So let me know where you're logging in from, which country you're watching from, and let me know how the year has been for you so far for the 19 days. I mean, time moves first, time really moves fast. Like today is 19th of January. The other day it was just fast. Okay, good people. Yeah, so we are on. We are on, and I want to welcome you to the our talk for today. Simple steps, big changes. Simple steps, big changes. And I always say we may not all be able to make the big moves, for us to see um, the big changes that we want to see. And it may not even be very easy or sustainable to keep on making big moves every time, but we can all be able to make sustainably small, little, simple steps for us to be able to see, for us to be able to see the big changes that we want to see in our lives, in our countries, in our societies. We can all be able to do that. So I'm excited today as we have this conversation, and let me know where you're logging in from. Let me know, what are some of the goals that you have for 2021? For me, let me tell you, for 2022, sorry. And for me, let me tell you, one of the goals I have for 2020 is to be able to climb Mount Kenya. Okay, Mount Kenya, if you don't know, is the second highest mountain in Africa. And it has been on my to-do list. It has been like on my vision board, because I have a vision board like for how long? Since 2016. That's like 6 years. Yeah, it's been on my imagine, and I never do it. I just never do it. It's laziness. It's just give myself a pass. And this year I've already been able to make some progress, which I'll be speaking about later. So I want to welcome you. My name is Sarah Munyi. I'm a life coach, corporate speaker, and trainer, and I usually help people step into their greatness, find, discover their talents and gifts and brilliance and voice and purpose, and bring it out, and being able become persons of impact, yeah, in the societies or whatever it is that you are. So I usually do coaching, and I also do personal coaching, personal development coaching, and I also do trainings for companies and organizations. Yeah. So, but today we are having a conversation on simple steps, big changes for 2022. Let me know what are those big changes you want to see, because I mean, everyone, and we are at the beginning of the year, and every one of us, at least, so that's what I'm hoping, you want to be able to see progress at the end of it. Even at the end of the day, by the way, it's important that you make sure that you're seeing progress in your life. You feel proud about yourself. You feel, you're living for something. You feel like you're living purposeful. You feel good about yourself. And that's huge. That's like huge. Yeah. The times when you are finishing the day of myself. We will give my own example. There are times when I'm just going through the day, and I'm going through the day, and in the evening I'm trying to look, what did I really achieve today? And I feel like I've wasted time, or I've wasted myself, or I've wasted opportunities, or like I'm doing nothing, and I feel like I'm behind, I'm being left behind, and it's such an awful, depressive feeling. I don't know if you've ever felt like that. But the reason why we're having this conversation is that so that we don't have to feel those kind of depressive thoughts that, oh, it's like I'm wasting myself, I'm not doing anything important. Yeah. We actually proud of ourselves at the end of it. Okay. So how do you like your success? That's the question I was asking in the morning. If you check my Facebook post, Sarah Munyi, the life coach, I was asking, how do you like your success? Do you like it hot or chilled? Do you like your success hot or chilled? Please let me know on the comment box. I think for me, I like it hot. Very, very hot. Yeah. But however you like it, however you like your success, hot or chilled or cold, there are some simple things, or there's some things that we all must do to be able to get to the kind of results that we want to see at the end of the day, or to achieve the kind of success that we want to see at the end of the day. And for me, the first thing I want to speak about, how do you make simple steps to give you the big changes? For me, I think the first thing that we need for us to take any step is that we need to have a target. So, because I mean, where is the direction of these steps? Where is the direction of these steps? Yeah, because you can't just take steps anyhow. You don't just wake up and decide to go on a journey. It doesn't make sense, and you just wake up. Today I decide I'll go, and like now I'm in Nairobi. I decide I'm going to Nakuru is another city, the newest city in Kenya. And no, I first of all need to know where am I going? Why am I going there? Why is it important that I go? And then I need to plan. So the first thing for me in taking any step is having a goal or a target or a destination to where you are going. And even as we begin the year, I know there are those of us who say, and I've had this conversation as a life coach, I've had this conversation a lot that, no, me, I don't set those goals. I don't set those New Year resolutions. They are crap. They don't work. And they usually say, yes, they don't work. You work. It is you to work. It is me to work for it to happen. It doesn't just happen. Yeah. So if you don't work, then of course it's not going to work, and you'll end up with the same results that you had last time. So, or even you get to a worse position. It gets you into a worse position. So I think it's very important that we establish some targets and some goals that we want to work with. And, for me, that's why I was saying, for me, I was sharing one of my goals that I have for this year. And one of the goals I have is to be able to hike Mount Kenya. For me, that's one of the things I say, you know what? If I am going to be able to conquer any mountain, because life has many mountains. There are so many mountains to conquer, whether within or without or out there. There are so many mountains in life to conquer. If I can put this mountain under my feet, if I can put Mount Kenya, a physical mountain under my feet, I think I'll have given myself some motivation that, you know what, I put that mountain under my feet. And now what is this mountain here looking at me? I'll also, put it under my feet. And that kind of gives me some motivation and some inspiration. And also it helps me to be able to see far. I want to be able to see far in life. I want to be able to go higher and higher in life. Every one of us, and or at least many of us, let me not say every one of us, many of us, we want to go up, we want to go higher, you want to go onward and upwards, you want to climb that ladder, whether it's a corporate ladder or it's a business ladder or it's an entrepreneurship ladder. There are ladders. Whatever ladder you're climbing, I know you want to get to the top, and for me, that's the thing as well. So if I want to go high, I want to be able to see that, wow, I got there. Yeah. I was as high as that highest point of Mount Kenya, and I'm able to see far and I get inspired. So that's one of the things. There are many other things. Guys, if I tell you everything I want to do, it's a lot. And for me, that's the first thing that you need to have. First, have a goal, have a target, have a destination before you take any step. Okay, I know you've heard about goals. I'm not gonna continue. Number two, the second thing you need to have is also ask yourself, why am I going there? Why is it important for me to hike Mount Kenya, to climb Mount Kenya? Why? Okay, you want to buy a car. Let's say maybe it's something that you want to save for the year, or you want to buy some land, or you just want to finish your studies. Maybe that's a goal that you have this year. Whatever it is, why is it that it's so important to you? Because let me tell you, one of the reasons why you don't achieve your goals and you keep on, pursuing. I saw a joke on Facebook by my friend, and he was saying, for me, my goals for this year is to achieve 2021 goals, which I should have achieved in 2019. So the reason why you be like my friend there, you are trying to, your goals this year is to achieve 2021 last year's goals, which you should have achieved like 5 years ago. And the reason why we usually get there is because we don't put or attach a purpose to our goals. We are not even excited about the goals that we are setting. It's just something that looks pretty to have. It's just something that, well, I have seen my friends have it and it looks good. And it's something, it looks like, if I put it there, like, I'm really thinking, I'm really getting ahead in life. Like it just looks nice there. It's just some good vibe there on my goals, but it's not really something you're passionate about or something that you really care about. There is no purpose to it. So you never just do anything. There's no drive for you to do that. It's just there, So so that's why it's important that you attach a purpose. Why must you go to Nakuru if you're going to Nakuru? Why is it so important to you? So, and I've said for me, it's important for me to go to climb Mount Kenya because I want also to see the world from a vantage point. I love the mountains, by the way, and I speak about it. I think if you check one of my videos, by the way, you just search lessons I've learned from the mountains, Sarah Munyi, I list some of the reasons why I love mountain climbing and I love hiking and I love nature. And one of the reasons is because I like to see the world from a vantage point. Yeah, I like the bird's eye view perspective, being able to look at things from above and just see, how small they are. The higher you go, the smaller the world becomes. If you've been on a flight, you've flown, you see that, oh my God, those buildings are so small. They're everything to us when we're down there, but they're so small. Like you can't even see the tallest or so building that you look at like this, when you're on on the ground. But from up, it looks so small, so small. And by the way, I want to encourage you to check something called the Pale Blue Dot. I think it's a book written by one of my favorite astrophysicists and astronomers, and who are just enthusiastic about space. And it's called Carl Sagan. And he is one of the people who advised the American Space Agency, to take a photo of Earth, from the Voyager space shuttle, at about over 1 million kilometers away from Earth. And when they took that photo from the space shuttle, the Earth looked like a dot. To us, when you look at, even now, like when you look at, oh, the world is so big, you can see the sky, like the world is so big, Earth is so huge. But when it's taken from a certain vantage point, it looks so small. Like he described it, the way that photo came, because they actually took a portrait of all I think the planets of the solar system. I think they took the photo when the space shuttle was very far away. I think it was just about getting away from the solar system. So they were able to take they call it the family portrait of the solar system. So they take all the planets in alignment, they take a photo of that, and then they took a photo of Earth, and it looked like a dot, like a mote of dust. It looks like nothing. And sometimes when you see things from a certain vantage point, you're able to say, why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? What is all this? And you see the importance of just loving people and realizing whatever it is that you're fighting for, hating people for, it's really nothing. The only thing we should do is just love each other. We live in such a small place. I mean, in this cosmic sea of stars, we live in a very small place. So that's why I like being able to see things from a vantage point. And for me, mountain climbing gives me that. And then also the ability of being able to see far. I want to see very far in life. I want to see very far in my industry. I'm in the training industry. I want to see far because, again, you can never rise above your vision. You can never rise above your vision. So you need to be able to see far if you get there. Okay. So that's why it's important for you to be able to plan. I mean, to attach a purpose as to why you're having this goal. Otherwise you never do it. You just never do it, and it just get tired on it. In fact, we're just excited this week and next week. Maybe even whatever you said you'll do, you haven't even actioned on it. This year, whatever resolutions you had, you've not even actioned on it. Yeah. So if you don't actually attach a purpose on that goal, it will be very hard for you to follow through. And even those steps you're taking, they will end somewhere. We say mbio za sakafuni huishia ukingoni, hautafika ukingoni. I wish I could translate that in English. Hautafika ukingoni, utaishia tu mahali. So that's number 2. Attach a purpose to a goal before you start the steps. And then number 3, very importantly, create a routine. And for me, I think I want to insist on how you actually maintain the consistency. There is a skill that you need to build. If you want to really see results at the end of the day, you need to keep on making those small little steps. Repetition, this called the power of repetition, making small little steps, because it is not the first step that gets you to your destination. If I'm going to Nakuru from Nairobi, it is not the first step that will get me there. It is many such steps purposely taken. So the art of creating routines, I'm taking one step after another. And I always say, and by the way, this year, I'm challenging people, and I'm challenging you right now to a 15 minutes. Peter, I see you're saying that you like your success chilled. I like that. Thank you so much. Let me know where you're logging in from. And, for me, I said I like mine. I like my success a bit, a bit hot. I like it a bit hot. Yeah. So I think it's very important for us to be able to have, a plan as well. A plan as to why we are, a plan as to how we get there if we want to go to Nakuru. Yeah. So the power of routine, I think we were speaking about the power of routine. Establish a routine. And I'm challenging people this year as I challenge you to a 15 minutes challenge. A 15 minutes challenge on anything that you want to do in a day. Anything that is a challenge. If it's exercise, You want to be exercising at least in a day, read, at least get some material to read, at least walk. Maybe you drive a lot. You also want to walk, but just do it for 15 minutes. If it's so hard, just do it for 15 minutes. It's just 15 minutes. Just try and do it, And for me, I like when I wake up in the morning, like I wake up at 5 in the morning, then 15 minutes I'll pray. Sometimes for some people, praying even is hard. Even praying for 5 minutes is hard. You are there, like, Lord, help me this day. Don't get 1 minute out of there. Try 15 minutes. It's just 15 minutes. You can definitely do it and make it a habit. So I wake up, maybe pray for 15 minutes. Well, I pray for longer, but I'm just saying, you can start. I know there are those of us who be able to do that for a longer period, but if you've been struggling a lot, just try 15 minutes. Then from there, read something. You can read the Bible or whichever book or a book just for inspiration for another 15 minutes. If you can exercise for another 15 minutes, stretch. I mean, you can download all of these apps. You can go to YouTube and download all of these apps. I mean, and watch all of those workouts. Just 15 minutes. You can do it. Create a 15-minute habit for whatever goal or whatever skill that you want to build. It will work. Even if you want to learn a new language, like for me, I've been learning French. And I say I'll be spending about 20 minutes. At least for me, I'm spending about 20 minutes just learning, French. Yeah. So I do go to class, but I have a class. But sometimes I say, okay, I need to do revision and all that. So I spend 20 minutes. I'm gonna do. Yeah. And it's working well. It's working well. You find you are improving. Challenge yourself. 15 minutes. If you can do more, the better. But for me, the smaller it looks, the easier it looks, and it becomes easier, and it can be manageable, and you can be consistent, and that's where you build. You build a skill, you build a muscle. You build that muscle. So create routines. Create a routine, and that's how. By the way, you're able to make those 15 you're able to make those kind of steps, and you're able to see those big changes. And the other thing that I wanted to do, I think, let me say, is running. I used to run, and I've been running since 2020, since COVID started. I've been running, because I have some time in the house. So I run in the morning. After gym, I run in the morning. And then after some point, I stopped. I became lazy, and I stopped because I started traveling a lot. And now it's something that I have picked up. And I realized, the kind of energy that I was running with that time is not the one I have right now. I need to really exercise my body. But I realized you need to work with a pace you can maintain. Work with a pace that you can maintain. Yeah. So I just run as if I'm just jogging little by little, little by little. There's a hill, little, and I am able to stay up even at the top of the hill. So it becomes really interesting, and it becomes manageable for me. And I'm able to go for long ranges, because we don't just want to, just like run so that everybody can see, oh, you're making moves and everything. Because most of us are like that. Yeah, you want to do things, show people the way, you're making all those moves and everything. And then when we look at you, we look for you. You're running too fast. Let me ask you, how long can who's the fastest runner in the world? I think I'll just use Usain Bolt. I don't think he can maintain those kind of speeds he does 100 meters. He sustains them for like 800 meters. He cannot, for sure, he cannot, But there are those who usually start, those the marathons or the decathlons, the marathons, they will start just moving just with a slow pace. They don't move with a lot of energy, but they preserve it for the end. They are able to go for long ranges. They're able to go for long ranges. They can run for hours and hours. So you only manage that, by the way, if you take the little small steps. And life is not a sprint. Life is a marathon. Okay, please. Life is not a sprint. It's a marathon. So move at your pace. Move at your pace. Okay, so I think that's the number 3 thing that I think is very important, is just having those creating routines. create the routines. It will work for you. And then number four, find a team to work with. Find a team to work with. We are speaking about taking simple steps to see the big changes. And you know, you don't want me to remind you that African proverb that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go further, go with others. Yeah. And I mean, I think we know that. But it's important that you get people who you can go with. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter. I know your goals are yours are alone, and you may not want to share them and all that with people. But let me tell you, the way you grow, and if you really want to go far, you better find a team. Find a team. And I know there are many of us, possibly, who you are just starting a business. You know, you are everything in that business. You're everything in that business. You are the you are the salesperson, you are the accountant, you are everything. Let me tell you, you can never grow. There's just a place you can't go above. There's a place you cannot get. There's a level you just won't get. But when you get it, there are some places or ceilings, glass ceilings that you only break when you have people working with you. So get a team. And I always say, please, your goals are not just yours. You know, because when you succeed, by the way, you find many other people getting inspired, or other people also succeed. Maybe your success as a person affects your family. If you have a family, if you succeed, it affects your wife, or it affects your husband, affects your children, affects your parents, affects people around you. You know, so get a team who can help you, who can support you, and who can be with you. You know, and ask for help. I always say ask for help. Get a mentor, get a coach. I'm a life coach myself, and when I come into your life, I'm asking you hard questions. We say we want to be here by the end of January 2022. These are the results, the kind of results we want to have. Where are we now? What are the issues? What's the problem? What is working? What is not working? You know, I'm asking you hard questions. And if not that, get a mentor, somebody who's been there in your profession, in your area of focus. They've been there, done it, succeeded, and they can be able to help you through. Or get an accountability partner. Get that. You know, you need a team. And by the way, one of the reasons why I was not able to fulfill that, to achieve that goal of climbing Mount Kenya, is because I just never had a team to go with. You need a hiking group. You don't just climb Mount Kenya alone. You can't. I think that's one of the reasons I needed to get myself a hiking group. So what I did this year already, I think it was on the 7th or the 8th, I hiked Mount Kenya up to Mount Ellis, which is about, Mount Ellis is a mountain lake, which is about 3455. Yes, 3455 meters above sea level, you know. And I was able to do that because I had a hiking group. If I was alone, I wouldn't have gone, really. And even now on the 5th of February, I'm still gonna be going for another pre-hike to just prepare me to summit. And I'll be going with a team. One of the reasons why I go is because there's a team going with me. I'm not going alone. Yeah. So even for you to be able to get to some levels and spheres and dimensions and domains, you need help. You need a team. And always be free, by the way, to ask for help. Always be free. You can't do this life alone. This thing called life, you can't do alone. Ask people. That's why God created. God has put almost 8 billion of us in this planet, because He knew we will need each other. I need you. Really, I need you. And you also need me. So we need to help each other. So don't just say, oh, the goals are mine and what have you. Share them out. Let people hold you accountable, and you'll be able to see the kind of progress that you need. You need a team. And this is why the lion is king of the jungle, by the way. One of the reasons, because it's able to work in a pride as a team. Do you know the most ferocious animal in the jungle is a tiger? But a tiger, this is the thing with that animal. With all its strength and ferocity and all its power and all its fierceness, that animal dies alone, hungry, haggard. It dies a very bad death, by the way. You know why? Because it doesn't know the power of teamwork. It doesn't know. So with all its strength, with all its strength, it's usually it can't do much. It dies very alone, and it's a solitary animal. So that's why it becomes very ferocious, because everything it meets on the way, it's usually like defense, attacking, what have you, to just defend itself. Yeah. So it becomes very ferocious, very dangerous animal. You meet that animal in the jungle and you're done. You are done. Yeah. uh, but it dies alone. But you need to be the lion. Look for a team, look for people who can help you. Okay, that's number 4. And number 5, for you to take the simple steps, is that you need a plan. You need a plan. And let me tell you, do you know 1 minute of planning saves you about 10 minutes of execution? Planning is important. I know most of the time that you don't achieve goals because you just don't plan. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you want. You know that you know what you want, but you just don't plan. You know, and because of that, you end up making mistakes. You move anyhow. You need to first of all count the cost. Jesus said in the book of Luke, anyone who wants to build, the first wants to count the cost. How much will it take for me to build this house or whatever it is I'm building? Every one of us, we are in the building and construction industry. You are either building your life, you're building a career, you're building a what? You're building a ministry, you're building your profession, you're building your studies, you're building something. You're building relationships, you're building your marriage, you're building friendships. You are in the business of building and constructing it. So Jesus said, anyone who wants to build something, you want to first count the cost. So I said I want to move from Nairobi to Nakuru. And I need to first know how much will it cost me. Am I driving? How do I get there? Am I driving? Or am I going by public means? And how much will it cost? You need to be able to count the cost. Count the cost. Always count the cost, so that you don't make blind moves and then you are regretting later. Thank you so much, Nana. Pastor Pahene, I see you all the way from Ghana. I really appreciate that you are tuned in. Yes, and so count the cost, and that is about planning. Yeah, and I always say, by the way, if you want to plan for tomorrow, plan today. Don't plan tomorrow. Yeah. So tomorrow is on a Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow is on a Thursday. Yes, and don't plan about tomorrow. You waste a lot of time in the morning. I need to call this person. I need to follow up on this. I need to do this. You're wasting time. Plan today. I know there are those things that will come abruptly during the day and you have to act on them. It started raining here. And you can, there are those things which you can do in a day. I mean, they just come if they're urgent and all that. But for the important things that they can be planned in advance, don't plan on the particular day. Plan a day before. You want for next week, plan this week as well. Plan, like I usually use my Sunday evenings to plan for next week. For next month, plan this month. For next year, plan this year. You know, always plan early. Always plan. We always say, by the way, we've been told this since I think we were in primary school, that if you don't plan, you plan fail. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. And since you may have heard that for a long time, but but the thing is, if you actually don't plan, you need to be reminded every time. Plan every day until you do it. And you know there are things you're just not achieving just because you don't plan. Yeah, so you're going to hear it from me again. Please plan. Whatever it is you want to achieve, plan. Count the cost. This is what it will take. This is the best strategy I'll apply now. Now, if something is not working, I tried losing weight for years, by the way. That's one thing I was really working on for some years, losing weight. And I know it's a challenge for people, especially January, because you have eaten a lot in the festive season, in December, Christmas, and what have you. You're trying to lose some weight, drop some pounds here and there. And for me, until I took a plan, a detox and diet plan, by the way, for 10 days, I was able to see results that, that's what I was saying. Please, 1 minute of planning can save you a lifetime of execution. Yeah. So it's until I got a nice plan of how I can detox my body and also, diet. Be careful about even the amounts that I'm taking, because I used to eat everything junk. I used to, just eat. Yeah. Until maybe food has finished. Yeah. But today I know I just eat just a little, like just a handful of something. Yeah. And I was able to see the results. And in 10 days, I was able to lose like 4.5 kilograms in 10 days. Please clap for me. That was not easy. Yeah? But and I was able to maintain that. I think I haven't really struggled with weight for the past 5 years, but I struggled with it with weight for like 7 years. It was not easy just because I wasn't planning. So planning is key if you're going to achieve and see those results. So plan, plan, plan. And of course, then there is the big one, number 6. There are 7 of them. Number 6, make those steps. Put a premium on execution. Thank you, Nana. Put a premium on execution. And this is key. This is important because what makes that step important, or what moves you forward, by the way, is action. And human beings are geared for action. Human beings are geared for action, but even your body muscles, you sit for a long time, you wake up, even sitting for an hour, you first of all have to stretch, and you hear the bones are cracking and everything. And because the body is geared for work, it's geared for movement, it's designed for movement, it's designed for action. Not just sitting somewhere passive and all that. The body needs that, it needs the rest, but you sit for a long time and the body starts to complain. So you need to stretch, you need to stand, you need to make this stand, and you hear the neck popping, and you hear the back popping, and every muscle that you got, you are geared for action. So for those goals to come to pass, definitely you have to take action. You have to take action. And I always say, only what you do gets done. And if the problem you have right now can be solved by action, then you don't have a problem at all. Okay? If the problem you have right now can be solved by action, you don't have a problem at all, because it's all within your power. You can do it. You know what it is that you need to do. You just need to take action. Yeah. And I always say, leadership is not a position, it is taking action. We actually look at someone who is able to make things happen, making things happen. For me, that is everything, and that is what gives results. And we can plan all day. Let me tell you, we can plan all day, we can talk all day, but execution is key. Execution is key. I always speak about the 3 cheap things and 1 great thing. And the first cheap thing that you have in life is our dreams. So I know I've spoken about a dream, have a vision and all that, but that alone is not enough to make things happen in your life. Dreams are good, but dreams are cheap, because everyone in the world has a dream. Here in Kenya, we are 50 million of us. All of us have a dream. The reason why we wake up every day, we have that. So we cannot compete at the level of dreams. So dreams are good, but dreams are very cheap. 2, the number 2 cheap thing is talk. Talk is cheap. I mean, it only costs you saliva to say, I want to be a doctor. And then everybody, if you go and ask anyone what you want to be, what you wanted to do when you were young, they'll tell you when you were a kid. They'll tell you, I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be a pilot, I wanted to be an engineer. So did you actually do that? And I mean, if you look at your lives, you look at their lives, and I mean, it doesn't look anything close to that. Yeah. They just never paid the cost for it. They just never took action. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you do. You don't get in life what you want, you get what you actually do. So talking, we can talk all day, but talk is cheap. It is good to speak, because speaking is also like you are declaring and proclaiming, and it's important to do that, but it's not enough. And then the 3 cheap thing is planning. Planning is cheap, because all of us can plan. And not many of us plan, but planning, it's not enough by itself. It becomes cheap. And then all of us have plans, by the way. All of us. Do you have a plan? Yeah, I have a plan, but a plan alone is not enough. It's just a wish, if you actually, or a piece of paper, if you don't add action to it. But there's one great thing that will set you apart from the crowd, and raise the bar, for your career, for you, which is action, taking action. Execution is key. Execution is king. So, and I usually say, by the way, if you can only manage to do 3 major things in a day, and sometimes you put on your to-do list 100 useless things to do in a day, small things to do. If you can only put 3 major things that if I do this and this and this, it will really push me in the area of my goals, and it will push me. It will put me at a better place. And even if I look back and say I did only these 3 things today, I'm proud of myself. If it's just one thing, great, and you'll be proud of it. Say I did this, and I'll be proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that I did this one thing. Yeah. Otherwise, we like to put nonsense, the so small things that are not helping us, that are not, and then that's all you did for the day. And then when you look back, you can't even remember what you were doing yesterday. It's just like nonsense. By the way, I always say, if what you're doing, if the thing you're doing today, you need to ask yourself, will I remember this in the next 5 years? If whatever you're doing right now, you can, very well, you won't be remembering it in the next 5 years, then don't do it. Don't spend 5 minutes on it. Don't spend 5 minutes on it. If you're doing something, it does not have any long impact in your life, it's just, something for the moment, then don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. Yeah. So only 3 things, major things you can do in a day, or even 2 things. I did this and this, and it's major, it's huge. You're making it in this game called life. So execution is key. And I know it's not always that you find that drive, so that's why you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need somebody to push you. You need some, and the thing is that when it comes to work, some of us, maybe you are employed, and the reason why you even perform is because somebody will ask you for a certain report, or will ask if you have actually done the work. There's accountability. So because of that, you work. Because of that, you submit the report. Because of that, you make things happen. Because of that, you make those numbers come. If you're in sales, you go, get out, beat down doors, knock those doors, and get those sales, because somebody will ask a question. So in life, even in your own personal goals, make sure there's somebody asking you hard questions. They will come for results. Otherwise, when you are left by ourselves, you can always be giving yourself a pass. But you have somebody who will ask you, Peter, have you done this? Have you followed up on this? Then, where there is accountability, there is performance. There is performance. Okay. And the last one, and so that we finish, the last one is that please always evaluate your progress. Evaluate your progress. A life that is not reviewed, by the way, is not even worth living. So you never even look back to see where am I succeeding, what is working, what is not working, what are the losses, what are the gains. If I'm living here going to Nakuru, living Nakuru going Nairobi going to Nakuru, I need to keep on seeing how far is it to Nakuru. How far have I come? I need to keep thinking like, am I on the right track? Or we took a we did a detour, entered Naivasha, and I'm not even questioning. Some of us, you start on a journey, you get halfway, and then you are told, oh no, you can also use this other. Oh no, there is also this other thing, and you just lose your track of where you're going. So it's always important that you review your life, review your goals, review, like when we get to about 1 month down the line, by the way, review your goals and resolutions. Where am I making any progress? Have I even started on these goals? Please always review. If you're not reviewing that, even by the way, when it comes to work, we always do appraisals, right? So we always do those work appraisals, and you're not appraised as a team. You're always appraised alone. You ask questions alone. On your KPIs, your key performance indicators. This is your JD. Have you been performing this far after 3 months, or after 6 months, or after a year? There's always those reviews that are done, because they know if we don't keep reviewing, people will just be getting paid here and there's nothing that they are doing. We'll just be wasting money and resources, and we don't have that risk. So there's always those reviews. So even in your life, make sure you do those constant reviews. Even on the way you spend money, where does I always ask people, please always seek to know where is my money going? Where does most of my money go in a day? And how can I be able to try and minimize those kind of loopholes if there are some loopholes that you need to mend, always review. And sometimes you may not be able to review alone. That's why I'm saying, if you want that review process, you see, even at work, you do not review yourself. Somebody has to review you, right? Somebody has to appraise you. Make sure somebody is also reviewing you. Don't review yourself. You'll be too soft on yourself and you won't take it seriously. But if you have someone else who tell, okay, by end of March or by end of June, I want to have achieved this and this and this. Let somebody else review. Don't review yourself. You won't. You just be easy with yourself, and it will not be a serious thing. And this is a serious thing, yeah. So I think for me, those are the 7 key things that you must do. And these are small things for you to be able to see the big changes. A mountain, to get to the top of Mount Kenya, it will take me about, it can take me, and I know when I summit, it will take about 3 days. Yeah. And it's not big changes or running that will get up there. Running up, I have a lot of energy. By the way, I have a lot of energy when it comes to work. And I work with a lot of energy. And even the times I have climbed mountains, I'm always like, like on the alpha team. I always hike on the alpha team. Even the hike that we did the other day to Lake Ellis in Mount Kenya, I was the first one to get there, to summit, and I was the first one on the descent. I was the first one to get to the base. I always have that energy, I'm always one. I'm always the first. I'm always on the alpha team. But it's not possible to maintain that kind of, energy all the way to the top. So it is those little small steps. Sometimes I have to sit and wait for people, make sure everybody has passed, so as I gain the energy again, and then I start up again. So it is the little steps that will take me up to the mountain, the little steps that will take you up to any mountain in life. The little steps, if they are manageable, they are sustainable, and they are possible. Okay. So I want to really, really wish you a very wonderful, blessed 2022. Okay, so Nana, you're saying, thank you, Nana. You're saying that you joined at the middle of the presentation. Thank you so much. You're so much welcome. So guys, please subscribe to my channel and please share this video to your friends. And also let me know how I can be able to be of help to you or assist you be able to achieve your greatest dreams. All of us, whether it's in form of accountability or inspiration, however you'd want me to be of help to you, I'm very willing and I look forward to that. And thank you so much. Please subscribe. And also, I have this book with me here. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like Simple Steps, Big Changes. You can get it. You can get it in Ghana, by the way. It's in Ghana at 40 cities. You can get it in Nairobi, 700 Kenya shillings. You can get it in South Africa at 100 rand. You can get it online. You can get it. So just write on the comment box if you're interested and I will get it to you. So thank you so much.